What's up, guys? So I was just sitting here writing a blog review of Suicide Squad, and if you didn't see my video review, go check that shit out, man. But I've been blogging a lot again, so I wrote a blog version of the review, and it got me to thinking, I liked Man of Steel a lot when it came out, and I didn't like Batman v Superman so much, and I like Suicide Squad. It's not the greatest movie ever, but it's a cool, fun movie, and it does exactly what I think it was supposed to do. But I started thinking about Man of Steel and how it was such a divisive movie, and, I wanted to talk about why I like the movie and why I think a lot of people didn't like it. And this isn't really me trying to sway you in any way, but Man of Steel, I think, aside from its flaws that it does have, I mean, it's a very complicated plot. There's a lot of shit going on in that movie, but, overall, it's the Superman movie we haven't seen. And I think what Zack Snyder and I think David Goyer wrote that movie, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, I don't know. But I know Zack Snyder directed it. There are so many things about that movie that actually fixed major plot holes in the Superman mythology. And it's stuff that never was done before. And that's why I like Man of Steel. Aside from, like, the great, amazingly shot scenes of Superman fighting and Superman flying and that scene where he flies the first time, I mean, if you don't get chills watching that, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. That scene is so incredible. It captures exactly what it would feel like to find out you could fly. I mean, it was so amazing seeing, Superman smiling while flying through the air. And the movie has its plot holes. The movie has stuff about it that doesn't make sense. But honestly, it's a movie about a guy who fucking is an alien and flies and shoots fire from his eyes. And I'm not saying that means that they can just do whatever and throw logic out the window. But I am saying he hovers. I can buy the fact that he flies, but how does he hover? I don't know. But anyway, it's little shit like that I just turn my brain off for. It's a superhero movie. A lot of this shit ain't gonna make sense. That's not, meant to, just wash away those certain logic concerns, because there are a few. But Man of Steel overall fixes a lot of the problems that the Superman mythology always had. I mean, Lois Lane gets changed from being the standard damsel in distress. I know he saves her a few times, but she's tough. And she was tough in past versions of Superman, but Superman, she knows he's Clark Kent. Right out the gate, the glasses don't fool her because she already figures out that Clark Kent and Superman are one and the same. This is a Pulitzer Prize winning reporter. If we are gonna believe, we're gonna actually believe that a pair of glasses are gonna fool somebody like this, like they did in the old movies. Look, that was an idea that was fine for its time, but that's something that got fixed, and I loved Man of Steel for doing that. I liked Man of Steel because he actually fucking fought somebody. I understand that the fight scenes are pretty damn long, and I know they can go on, and that is a problem with the movie, but you know what? When it's compared to Superman Returns, I am ecstatic to see that movie versus fucking Superman Returns. Superman Returns is one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life. And it's no discredit to the director or the actors. It's just a very boring movie. And they did yet again what we've seen so many times. This movie gave us action on a level we had never seen with Superman. And I just, like I said, I know it goes over the top at some points, but it's just damn fun watching Superman flying around fighting somebody who can actually fight back for a change. I also liked, I liked the fact that his parents didn't have all the answers. I know some of the stuff Jonathan Kent says in the movie is a little bit like, whoa, did he really say that? But at the same time, look, in real life, you wouldn't know what to do. I mean, you're raising a fucking alien with superpowers, and you're terrified. It's scary enough raising a kid without it being an alien with superpowers. Can you imagine having to raise that? although some of the things that Jonathan Kent says is questionable and maybe it doesn't go in line with past versions of him we've seen, I still didn't mind it that much because at least it showed that these people are flawed and they're not perfect and they're just trying to do their best. I also, I really just love the tone of the movie. I thought it was a different kind of tone that we haven't seen in a Superman movie. I just feel like this is the movie that people said they wanted, and when they got it, they complained. And a lot of people like it, and a lot of people don't. And I think the biggest issue people had with this movie was Superman breaking Zod's neck at the end of the movie. And personally, I understood it. First of all, what was he supposed to do? That's the first thing. Zod is as powerful as him, and there is no kryptonite yet at this point in this universe. It doesn't show up until Dawn of Justice. There's no kryptonite. So what's Superman supposed to do in that situation where Zod is saying, I will keep going until I destroy this planet? What's he supposed to do? I'm not advocating killing, but it's not the first time Superman's killed somebody in a movie, because he did kill Zod in Superman 2. Go back and watch that shit. So, it's a very graphic scene, but his reaction to what he does is so powerful. And, man, I honestly, I felt like saying that because I think so many people give that movie a lot of shit, but it fixes so many issues of the Superman mythology that were glaringly massive plot holes in the past. I mean, the fact that just Lois Lane not knowing he's Clark Kent and that not knowing that they're one and the same person alone is fucking ridiculous. That's more unbelievable than a guy flying around shooting lasers out of his fucking face. So, I mean, personally, I think Man of Steel's great. I think they missed the boat with not just doing a Man of Steel sequel. And everybody's saying that DC needs to right the ship. They just messed up a little bit with Batman vs. Superman. And Batman vs. Superman, aside from its many fucking flaws, has some amazing scenes in it. And if that movie exists solely for the scene where Batman's kicking the shit out of people in that warehouse, I'm alright with it being where it is. Suicide Squad, it gets them a little bit back to having a solid tone, and it does exactly what it was meant to do. Everybody complained about Superman Returns having such whack action. Well, hey, Zack Snyder delivered on that front in spades. So, I say, guys, man, take it down a notch. Stop being so damn overly critical. I understand some stuff sucks in these movies, but a lot of stuff is really good, too. And don't let the stuff that sucks overpower the stuff that doesn't. Alright, that's it. Let me know what you guys think, too, alright? Peace.